All righty, so we got my man out there in Texas, William, Charles Schwab, product manager, fully gainfully employed, man. How's everything going with you?
It's going good, man. It's a lot better now now that I got the jobs. Now that I know those checks are gonna be rolling
Oh,
in.
God. Coming at us from both sides. Okay. So you landed a product manager job over there at Charles Schwab. You met us. I think you came to us via LinkedIn and we said 45 days. You did it in 43. Obviously, you have to be somewhat skeptical. Slash frustrated, slash desperate, slash overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But talk to me about the whole journey. Like, what was the struggle like for you?
So for me, I think really the struggle for me was really my mindset. I was really struggling at, applying like aggressively. I think I was, getting all the different advice from different people on the internet, from different posts on social media, telling you to do this, telling you to keep changing up your resume, keep doing this. And I was like, oh my God, none of this is working. I wasn't getting any callbacks, wasn't getting any interviews. So, I really think that once I took a different approach to it, and started applying aggressively and reaching out to as many people as I could and reaching out to my network and getting warm intros and all kinds of different stuff, using the different tactics that you guys taught me, it really changed everything around.
100%, man. 100%. I'm really glad it worked out for you. We did it in 43 days together. You did a lot of heavy lifting. Uh, how many interviews did you average this entire time? Did you track your applications and your interviews?
I tracked my applications. I probably did over 200 applications. Um, I did a lot. Now, interviews wise, it wasn't as much. It was probably, I think I had a total of, well, with Schwab. Are you just talking about just with different companies or like
Different
overall?
companies.
Yeah, so I probably had, let's see, 6 different companies that reached out for an interview. um and in just that month of time, right? Because it kind of happened really quickly, and then
Mhm.
Schwab kind of latched on really really quickly, and that one kind of took a lot of my attention towards the end.
I think what you really understood in the program and the amount of time that we were able to do it was how to create value for yourself, regardless of what situation that you're in, and really planting that flag where the opportunity is coming to you versus chasing with the desperation. Because that situation where you're basically like, I'll do anything. Like that's just unfortunately not helping out. It's not
Yeah.
it's not it's not helping anybody run to that DocuSign faster, which is what I see that's happening so often right now in the marketplace. Um, you were coming into this, I would say, what other mindset shifts can you go ahead and impart? Because we our work is not done yet. Like there's still a lot of people struggling out there. What other mindset shifts that you have to make to be successful?
I think just instead of being negative, kind of like the psychology of it all. I think that's one of your modules that you have in there is kind of just the psychology of applications. I think you kind of get down on yourself when you get a lot of rejections. But you kind of made it clear to us that these companies they're trying to be really selective about who they're hiring, and you have to in a way make yourself be like their knight in shining armor almost. Like you have to appease them in a way that, oh, this I'm getting this guy, and you have to sell yourself that way. I think I wasn't thinking about it that way. I wasn't like thinking about the customer, as you say, or thinking like a product manager as I'm interviewing as for a product manager job. I wasn't thinking about my end user. And when you started saying it like that, I was like, you know what, he's right. Like I have to think about what are they looking for? What are their sick fantasies, like you say, that they really want? What are at the end of the day, they want to do less work. My manager, the hiring manager, they are trying to hire me for whatever reason. How can I sell myself in my interviews to make sure that I'm, giving them what they want?
I mean, it's kind of hard when you know you're food insecure.
Yeah, it's definitely hard when you're feeling insecure. And when you're in a layoff, like you're like, oh my God, I don't know when is this gonna ever end or if I'm gonna get another check. Luckily, I was on severance, so I had that, but it was coming to an end. Like my severance ran up, was running up like towards the end when I got the job. Like literally, I think my last check is when I get this new job. So I was like stressing out. Like I got a family at home, I got to pay bills, right? So it was a lot of stress and a lot of insecurity there.
Never again.
Yeah,
Which is
never again.
no, this is actually why we got to put out more content to make sure that people are never in this situation. Something that I also stress a lot is
Yeah.
this is an industry where people work until they get laid off. So it was so common for me in the last 4 years to hear people say, oh man, this is my longest layoff or this is my worst layoff. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I was born and raised in LA, and people know you got fires in LA, right? But people are still kind of like, oh man, but the it's like, yeah, dude, I've been watching this shit go down since I was a kid. Like, you don't live in Florida and think and hope that the hurricane's not coming. You have to get ready to go ahead and defend yourself. So our work together with you, as I mentioned, it is not done. We still have to put out a lot of content because we got
Yeah.
to make sure you position yourself in a place where all the best opportunities come to you, not just jobs, but brand ambassadorship deals, right? Like it'd be awesome if Lovable is like, hey, we want to pay you X amount of money to promote Lovable every single month, like that puts you in a place where only more opportunities come to you. So
Yeah.
you're not just reliant because anything can happen in such an uncertain marketplace. Uh,
Mhm.
with that said, man, like, would you recommend other people to take Product Gym?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think if people are struggling and confused of what program to get themselves into, I think Product Gym, not only just the curriculum, but also just the people within Product Gym and the support system that you have from all the people that are within it. I think that was really helpful for me too. I think everybody is really there to help each other out, and I've talked to some other people within Product Gym, and they were able to get some insight from me and vice versa. So I think it's a good move if you're on the border.
Right now, community is so necessary right now. I like Yeah, I don't know what I would have done if I don't have my friend group. It is, when you're going through a tough time and you feel like you're all by yourself out there, it's very easy to have some very not good conversations with yourself
Yeah,
that
for
would
sure.
drive a person that under normal circumstances wouldn't do some crazy shit and do some
Mhm.
pretty crazy shit. So like, yeah, man, I saw like a lot of the DMs. I mean, sometimes just like, how can this recruiter or how can this hiring manager show up like an hour and a half late? It's really hard when you're trying to stay positive, but there's like, wave of negativity that's out there that's just out of your control. So having
Yeah,
just sometimes being able to vent instead of also like just sucking it all in, I think that's also good news too.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day. I'm so glad you landed the job. I think everything happens for a reason. All directions pointed here, but let's make sure you've met a lot of the people that's been in the community. Some of the people came back. Unfortunately, their companies went in a different direction. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't think layoffs these days are motivated by revenue anymore. It is so wishy-washy right now. So let's make sure that we get you out on more content. We get you, we got to have you dropping more AI tutorials because I don't think you want to ever feel this way. And it's crazy that so many people say like, oh no, and they take a break and then they kind of skim off like, no, I take what I do here with the team very seriously, especially when people tell me they got families and other mouths to feed. We could never allow, you to ever be in this situation ever again.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, man. You take it easy. Enjoy the holidays. I don't think they brought you on right before Thanksgiving to chop you.
That'd be
Let's
crazy.
hope that'd be some sick shit, right?
Hey, I have a friend that just happened to them at American Airlines.
Oh no. Have that
Yeah,
person reach out, man.
yeah,
Have that person reach out. We got that person.
it's tough
Um,
out here.
it's as tough as you want it to be. So let's make sure that it's as easy
Yeah,
as it as you know, it doesn't need to get that far. Okay. Have have a wonderful holiday. Happy Veterans Day to everybody that's watching. But let's it doesn't, we gotta now start laying down the fence, digging the moat, make sure that we are well defended so that this could never ever you never take a hit like this ever again. I think that's crazy when you got mouths to feed, um, severance is running up, savings is dwindling down. You
yeah.
know, recruiters, you're ready to interview, but people aren't responding to you fast enough. Shit gets wild out there. Okay.
It's,
All right, man. I'll let you go. I have to run
all
to my
right.
next call too. Thank you so much.
Peace.